start the 2010 legislative session, and we're very excited about the opportunities that this session will present. Obviously, the state has been facing some challenging times, and we think that this legislative session is truly 60 days of opportunity for the people of West Virginia. We can move this state forward economically. We can move this state forward in terms of the efficiency of how we spend the taxpayers' money. We have a number of opportunities that we want to share with you today. But the overreaching theme, and it comes from what we have sensed in talking to our constituents, is that there is a great deal of frustration among the people of West Virginia in terms of the role of government in their lives. Several of the people that I've talked to don't believe that their government is really listening to them. They don't believe that their values are being reflected and their priorities are being reflected in their government. And so we want to change that. We want to start changing that today. And so to the people of West Virginia, what we want to say today is we understand this is your government and your voice should be heard in this government, and we're going to spend the next 60 days making sure that your voice is heard in your state government. And we're going to fight for the things that we know will move the state forward. And we're going to fight for the values and priorities that West Virginians have shared with us. So one of the first things we'd like to talk about today, it is the people's government, it is your government, and it's your economy, and these are your jobs that we're talking about. And we need to protect those jobs and take steps to ensure that we have more job opportunities in West Virginia. That must be an important priority for our state. We can take two approaches to the economic challenges that we're facing today. We can hunker down, do nothing, try to ride it out, and hope we come out on the other side of these economic challenges in better shape. But we've seen throughout history that that doesn't occur. Where we can take a more aggressive, bold approach, we can take steps to improve our economy, create jobs in West Virginia, and that's what we have to do. That is where we should be in terms of the priorities for this 60-day session. And we are going to share with you now. I would ask that Mitch Carmichael, our caucus chair, come forward. He's also a caucus chair and the vice chair of finance and a delegate from Jackson County. And I'd like to ask him to share some priorities we have for job creation in West Virginia.
Thank you, Leader Armstead, and thank you for being here today. The people of West Virginia want, deserve, and need good jobs, great opportunities, and the ability to participate in the unlimited possibilities of the American free enterprise system. The people in this room, the Republican Party, stands ready to take on the special interest groups and offer a set of policies that are designed to create those jobs and to provide hope, growth, and opportunity for the citizens of West Virginia. Now, tomorrow night, the governor will deliver his State of the State address. And he will do so from the perspective of a chief executive that is in charge of a state that is facing a $120 million budget deficit. He will do so as the head of a Democrat Party that has led this state for about 80 years in the legislative process. During that time, the record stands on its own. We are last in per capita income. We have the highest percentage of people on welfare. We have one of the most dilapidated road conditions in the nation. On virtually every measure of economic progress, West Virginia lags the nation. Now, it is important to realize that what I expect to hear tomorrow night from the governor is how well West Virginia is doing. And if you don't recognize that there's a problem here in this state with our economy, then that is the primary problem to begin with. Now, he will say that West Virginia has not fallen as far as other states in terms of this national recession. But I ask you, and I draw the analogy of a person at a bottom of a mountain. And as you look up and see others falling, you're essentially taking the point and bragging about the fact that you haven't fallen in it. Well, the fact is you're at the bottom. And that's where we're at in West Virginia. The people that I represent in Jackson County have suffered perhaps to a greater extent than any other county in the state. We've lost about 1,000 manufacturing jobs. In fact, West Virginia, since 1980, has lost 50% of our manufacturing base. And these jobs aren't going overseas. They're going to Kentucky, Virginia, and Ohio because they have the policies in place that promote growth and opportunity. And we will, this legislative session, again offer those policies that will put West Virginia in step with the rest of the nation so that we can grow our economy. It's imperative for us to realize that our corporate net income tax is 40% higher than our surrounding states. Our business franchise tax is a tax that other states don't even levy. And so you have to ask yourself, as a corporate leader, do you want to locate in West Virginia? Is West Virginia undertaking the policy initiatives that promote growth and opportunity? This administration has not done so. In fact, the last 80 years we haven't done so in West Virginia, and we are pledging again to the people of West Virginia that we will undertake the policies, confront the special interest groups, and fight any battle to create jobs, hope, and opportunity for our citizens. That is our pledge to the people of West Virginia. We need jobs, and we're out to fight for them so that we can deliver jobs, hope, growth, and opportunity to our citizens. And then people can stay in West Virginia instead of this outward migration. We will have jobs, it will be competitive, and we'll be like the rest of the nation when this economy turns around, the national economy, and we will be on a growth trajectory, not this last place every year, per capita income, business, worst place to do business according to Forbes magazine. Do not be deceived by those who will tell you that West Virginia is weathering this storm only because we haven't as far to fall as the other states. We can be on a path of growth, and that's what we intend to do with our policy initiatives. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mitch. And to add to what we've talked about in terms of job creation, we stood in front of you last year about this time. And at that time, we had approximately 41,700 people that were out of work in West Virginia. In the year since we stood here before, that number is now 66,000, nearly 67,000. We have roughly 25,000 more West Virginians who were working in January of last year who are now out of jobs. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a crisis that we must address. We have to take bold steps to address that. And as Mitch said, we may be talking about comparing ourselves to other states, but I doubt that that's very much comfort to those who are now looking for jobs, looking for opportunities to support their family. They're looking for real solutions, not excuses, and we need to give them real solutions. And that's what we're committed to do this year. The second aspect of what we want to talk about today is in terms of the hard-earned tax dollars that West Virginians earn each year. Those are their tax dollars. And to the people of West Virginia, we say, we understand those are your hard-earned tax dollars. We think you should be able to keep more of those dollars, to put those dollars to work for your family, to send your children to college, to buy homes, to simply supply the needs that your families have each and every day. And as to those dollars that are collected in taxes, we need to make sure that we are always efficient in terms of how we spend those dollars. And so to discuss some of the initiatives that we will promote during this legislative session to ensure that type of efficiency, and to show the people of West Virginia that we recognize that those are their hard-earned tax dollars, I'd like to ask John Schott, the delegate from Mercer County, to come and share with us some of the initiatives.